Have you ever wondered what drives the longevity and success of a company like FOCOL? Today, we embark on a journey through time and strategy, exploring the fascinating evolution of one of the Bahamas' energy giants. Get ready to uncover the secrets behind its resilience and the roadmap for its continued prosperity. This is FOCOL, Past, Present, Rights, and Future Visions. Keep watching. A brand new episode of You and Your Money starts now.
Tonight's You and Your Money is brought to you by FOCOL.
Welcome to You and Your Money, everyone. Joining us today to talk about historical evolution, tracing the origins and growth of FOCOL, is Mr. Dexter Adderley, President and Chief Executive Officer of FOCOL's Holdings. Mr. Adderley, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Adderley, what were some of the key milestones in FOCOL's historical evolution, and how did they shape the company's identity?
FOCOL has a colorful history. The company started in 1967 by the Grand Bahama Port Authority, literally as a trucking company. In 1982, a group of Bahamian businessmen and ladies acquired the company. And for the next few decades, the company would have undergone a significant transition. Starting from in 1989, when the company started operating retail service stations. Around 1993, the company got into the propane business. It acquired the Shell propane business in Grand Bahama. In 2006, the company acquired Shell Bahamas Limited and renamed that company Sun Oil Limited, as we all know today. In 2021, the company then evolved further into the power generation sector by providing power generation equipment for BPL, introducing the first gas-fired propane power plant in the country. Today, the evolution continues with modernizing our fleet of assets, with introducing new technology, introducing renewable energy. Coincidentally, in Grand Bahama, where it all started. This is something we're very proud of, and we look forward to the future of FOCOL as we continue to evolve.
Now, what is it that we can see is that the business model itself has evolved over the time in response to the changing market dynamics and the consumer demands. Let's talk about that just a little bit.
Many of you who follow us on Facebook would have recently seen some interesting stories coming out of our family islands. As an example, Miss Christina Rowell in 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗅 spoke of how she was a retailer for decades and how she started selling kerosene. Mr. Rowan Higgs and his wife Patricia Higgs in Abaco spoke about how they delivered fuel in 55-gallon drums to their consumers. Today, this very same organization has transitioned into continuing to meet the needs of its consumers in renewable energy, in clean, efficient technologies, and throughout a retail network catering to our end consumers with modern facilities. So our organization has evolved, it continues to evolve to meet the needs of its consumers.
Now, while you would have experienced some successes, of course, as you would have mentioned, talking about, some of the things that would have happened across the family islands and some of the experiences there, What were some significant challenges that FOCOL faced during its early years, and how did it overcome them?
Some of the more significant challenges relates to, I would say, natural events, like hurricanes in particular. Hurricane Dorian was devastating to our country, to Abaco and Grand Bahama in particular. And we are very proud of the fact that our organization, our people, we were among the first on the ground helping our customers, helping the communities that we serve. The second event I would reflect on goes back a bit further, Hurricane Matthew, and its impact on New Providence at Clifton Pier. When the jetty, the import jetty, was destroyed. Again, our people rose to the occasion. Our people rose to the occasion, and within weeks installed a new receiving system that allowed the continuation of the import of petroleum products, not just for power generation, but for the retail network. And that saved the day, I think, for us as an island, as a country. And I applaud our people, from our service champions on the forecourts of our stations, to our technicians, our engineers, our truck drivers, our managers, all our back office staff that really rose to the occasion in each of those instances and kept the product flowing, kept the services flowing so that our customers can enjoy the ordinary cost of life.
Now, can you identify any of those pivotal moments or decisions that propelled FOCOL's growth and success in its early stages?
This makes me reflect on a management retreat that was conducted by our founding chairman, one of the last meetings that we would have had under his chairmanship, 𝗖𝗓 Miller. And the retreat was at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel. And the one thing that I recall today from that retreat was that his advice, he admonished management and staff to stay focused on your customer needs. Stay focused on your customer needs. Meet your customer needs. Today, we hold true to that commitment of meeting our customers' needs. And so if there's one thing that I can reflect on at this time is that advice. And as an organization, we meet our customers where their needs are.
Now, how has FOCOL contributed to the development of the energy sector in the Bahamas as well as Turks and Caicos throughout its history?
FOCOL sees the energy sector as a major customer of the organization. And today, for decades, we've provided transportation services. That's shipping of products from Clifton Pier to the Family Islands. And today, I'm very proud to announce the fact that this year, this summer, we will be introducing 2 brand new vessels to our fleet. The first, probably, of its kind this year. I've been in the industry nearly 30 years, and I cannot recall a moment in time when 2 new vessels were introduced to the industry. Those 2 new vessels will help cater the growing needs of the energy sector in the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. Secondly, I reflect on the evolving needs in the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos to introduce renewable energy technology. As I mentioned earlier, I'm very proud of the fact that within a few months this year, this summer, we'll be breaking ground on our 5-megawatt solar power plant in 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, where we'll be providing services to the 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 Power Company. This is something we're very proud of. We have a team of technicians and engineers who are undergoing training at this time to not only assist with the installation, but also to operate and maintain renewable power plants in 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, where we started, and well into the future of our organization and our respective countries. These are some of the ways in which we are supporting the evolution of the energy industry in the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos.
Well, Mr. Adderley, sounds like FOCOL is definitely on the move, but we have to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna look at secondary rights offering, understanding the implications and opportunities. This is You and Your Money. We'll be right back.
FOCOL Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. FOCOL is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. FOCOL's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. FOCOL, fueling growth for people.
Introducing the FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪 app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 now and fuel up faster today.
Secure your spot at the new 𝗖𝗓𝗏 and Harbor Island Business Outlet, April 18th at the 𝗖𝗓𝗏 Business Hub in Rock Sound, with keynote speaker, the Honorable 𝗘𝗧𝗧, and April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbor Island, with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North 𝗖𝗓𝗏 and Harbor Island, and Deputy Prime Minister 𝗖𝗓𝗥𝗏𝗧𝗏 delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Welcome back to You and Your Money. In this segment, we'll be speaking with Mr. Angelo Butler, Manager, Corporate Advisory, 𝗖𝗓𝗏, and we'll be discussing secondary rights offering, understanding the implications and opportunities. Mr. Butler, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, let's get this conversation started in terms of understanding, first of all, what is a secondary rights offering?
Okay, so before we get into that, I would give a bit, of a backstory. But as some of you may know, in 1999, FOCOL would have went public as a company, right? And what this means in simple terms is it would have issued shares to the average Bahamian, allowing them to purchase an ownership stake in the company. So many individuals would have had the opportunity to take advantage of that, make investments and reap returns as the company would have done well over the years. Now, as Mr. Adderley would have previously mentioned, FOCOL has been, as any company should strive to do, continuing to expand and look for new opportunities. And while they're doing that process, they want to also inject a bit of cash flow into the company to allow them to conduct expansions and be able to purchase new assets and equipment, as standard companies would do. So a secondary rights offering allows them to allow their existing shareholders to reinvest into the company. But one of the primary benefits and reasons for it is it allows the individuals to maintain the ownership stakes that they have. So, if you own 10% of the company today, the rights offering will allow you to retain that 10% going forward. And so it's kind of an opportunity to allow shareholders to retain what they have and not be necessarily diluted or, wake up one day and say, I have less shares than I did before.
Now, what are some of those factors that actually led FOCOL to pursue a secondary rights offering, and what were the main objectives of this financial move?
So it's primarily expansion driven. To expand any company, purchase new assets, purchase new equipment, you need cash at the end of the day, right? And so, the company has found different means of raising additional cash. One of them is, asking its shareholders to, help the company continue to grow. And so the objective is to successfully place the offering. The offering is for $25 million. And once that's done, it closes this Friday. The intent is to take those funds and, as Mr. Adderley mentioned, purchase new equipment that will allow the company to grow and continue to stay innovative and expand for, say, the next 20, 25 years, and to be able to continue to reward the shareholders that are reinvesting in the company.
Now, Angelo, you started to talk about the secondary rights offering. I want us to talk a little bit deeper into who is entitled to participate in this secondary rights offering.
Okay, so unlike in 1999, when the company would have first went public, during an initial public offering, any individual can invest in a company, but this is a bit different. Okay. So a rights offering allows existing shareholders to purchase an equivalent amount of shares as declared by the company. So in this case, for every 20 shares that an individual owns, they can purchase one additional share of FOCOL at a price of $5. And so, we have gotten some calls, some individuals who are not existing shareholders, but unfortunately, this is reserved specifically for the existing shareholders, because as I mentioned, the idea is to allow them to retain the ownership percentage that they have in the company and not necessarily disadvantage them without allowing them the opportunity.
Do you foresee that it probably will come to a point where it may get back to the public domain?
That's a larger question, and there's a bit more requirements in that in those cases. So I think for now the intent is to finish the rights offering, and that's something I'm not able to say or answer at this time.
That's definitely not a problem. Now, what measures did FOCOL undertake to ensure transparency and clarity in communicating the details and implications of the secondary rights offering to its stakeholders?
Okay, so as a public company, there are a lot of disclosure requirements that the company has to carry out. So firstly, they would have published a notice in the papers to advise the public that the offering was set to take place. We also would have distributed the offering documents. So there's an offering memorandum, there's application forms, frequently asked questions, all available on our website. But the registrar, which is the Bahamas Central Securities Depository, would have sent an email with all of those documents to all of the existing shareholders, as well as we would have sent them in the postal office via the postal office in the mail. But given that, we know sometimes mail may take a while to get to individuals, we also sent emails, and we also have the documents available at 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗛's office for anyone who wishes to collect the documents. And as I mentioned, we also have them on our website at 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗙𝗏.com/offerings. And, FOCOL has also done advertising on social media to get the word out to the general public. So we have tried as best as possible to get the documents and the word out to every existing shareholder.
Well, based on what it is that you've listed off just now, it seems as though you've definitely done a good bit in terms of making sure that persons are aware as to what is happening at this time. Now, Mr. Butler, thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we have to take another break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about visionary strategies, mapping out FOCOL's future trajectory. This is You and Your Money. We'll be right back.
FOCOL Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. FOCOL is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. FOCOL's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. FOCOL, fueling growth for people.
Introducing the FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪 app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪 offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download FOCOL 𝗪𝗧𝗪 now and fuel up faster today.
Secure your spot at the new 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗏 and Harbor Island Business Outlet, April 18th at the 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗏 Business Hub in Rock Sound with keynote speaker, the Honorable 𝗘𝗧𝗧, and April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbor Island with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗏 and Harbor Island and Deputy Prime Minister 𝗖𝗛𝗥𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗜 delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Welcome back to You and Your Money. In this segment, we'll be continuing our conversation with Mr. Dexter Adderley, President and Chief Executive Officer of FOCOL Holdings. In the previous segments, we spoke about historical evolution, tracing the origins and growth of FOCOL, and secondary rights offering, understanding the implications and opportunities. In this segment, I want us to talk about visionary strategies mapping out FOCOL's future trajectory. Now, Mr. Adderley, what strategic initiatives and innovations is FOCOL considering to adapt to evolving market trends and industry dynamics?
A few weeks ago, our current chairman, Sir Franklin Wilson, would have made a statement that FOCOL is pregnant with opportunities. And if I may elaborate on that, those opportunities range from our retail network that we're very proud of, that we're continuing to invest in, to modernize, to meet our customer needs at the point where they need them. This includes things like offering more food offerings in our retail network, providing more services throughout our retail network. And the opportunities and strategic initiatives that follow range all the way to renewable energy, as another example. And so our strategy and vision for the way forward is really meeting our customer needs where they need them and when they need them. And that's throughout all segments of our business.
Now, how does FOCOL plan to leverage technological advancements to enhance operational efficiency and customer service in the future?
So technology has been at the foundation of our strategy. And in fact, approximately 6 years ago, FOCOL has invested in a new software, in a new ERP system, as it is referred to. And this is a backbone to all of the technology that's deployed throughout the rest of the organization. This system literally connects every sector of our business. And so whether it's at the forecourt, where our customers are being served, our point of sale systems, whether it's our trucks that's delivering fuels, whether it's our ships that's moving fuel between Clifton Pier, Freeport, the Family Islands, and Turks and Caicos, or whether it's the propane delivery trucks that's delivering fuel to a restaurant. All of these technologies, all of these services are talking to the FOCOL back office ERP system. In current times, currently, as customers would have seen recently, FOCOL, we would have launched a FOCOL Smart Pass. And this is now the second wave of deploying technology, now more customer facing. So today, I'm very proud of the fact that we have thousands of customers on our FOCOL Smart Pass app that are literally paying for their fuel from the comfort of their vehicles by scanning a QR code and authorizing our pumps from the comfort of their vehicle in a safe and efficient manner. I encourage our customers to continue to use the app and share the wonderful stories that we have, that customers are sharing with us. So this is an indication of the future on how FOCOL intends to use technology. And as time moves on, you will see more and more evidence of how we intend to use technology to meet our customer needs.
Now, in what ways does FOCOL aim to maintain and strengthen its competitive position in the market amidst increasing competition and changing consumer preferences?
The banks call it KYC, know your customer. But in FOCOL term, knowing your customer is more than paperwork. It's about really knowing your customer by name, by their preferences, by their vision of the future, and helping them realize their vision of how they see their energy needs evolving. And so that's number one. Number two would be our people. In our retail network, we have this saying that people makes the difference real. And I must say that that slogan is not only true in our retail division, but it's also true in our wholesale division, our shipping division, our power generation division, and very soon in our renewable energy division. And so those two things are a key part of how we will continue to be competitive in the changing landscape of our customer needs. All of this is underpinned by a stable, consistent board of leadership team through our FOCOL board of directors. And these are our core strategies, these are our core values. This is what has brought us the success that we enjoy today. And these values, we have no doubt, will continue to bring success for FOCOL well into the future.
Mr. Butler, in the previous segment, talked about the secondary rights offering. What can shareholders expect?
Let's reflect on our initial shareholders from 1999. An investor who would have purchased 1,000 FOCOL shares at a price of $5 would have invested $5,000 in 1999. Today, those shares are worth in the order of $65,000. And over that period of time, they would have collected in excess of $22,000 in dividends. We're very proud of the fact that FOCOL has never missed a dividend payment since going public in 1999. That shareholder who would have invested 1,000 FOCOL shares in 1999 would have seen a gain in excess of $82,000. That has been our track record. We are on a path of continuing that and further growing that well into the future. We're very confident on our plans, and that's the history. And it certainly is the foundation on which we're going to build future success for the organization and for the investors in FOCOL and all the other stakeholders.
Well, Mr. Adderley, thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me.
From its rich history to its current rights offering and future aspirations, it's evident that FOCOL's journey is a testament to its resilience and adaptability in the ever-changing energy landscape. Let's remain vigilant and supportive of FOCOL's endeavors as it navigates the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, shaping a brighter and more sustainable future for all. Before you go, we want to hear from you. Scan the QR code on the screen to give us your feedback. Follow You and Your Money on Facebook and tune in next week for a brand new episode. I'm 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗖𝗧. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Tonight's You and Your Money was brought to you by FOCOL.